guys, right now we're at Holden's speech therapy. We're waiting for him to go in. So this is our typical Fridays, as you can tell by my other videos. So Holden, you want to say hi?
Hi. I'm in the car.
Yeah, we're in the car.
I'm in the car.
Yeah. And then after Holden's done, we are gonna drop him off, and then I'm gonna do a bump picture for my 30 week. And there's gonna be an announcement later. I bet you guys are wondering what it is, but I guess you guys do know by the title of this video. So we're just chilling until 9 o'clock. Hey guys, so it's been a pretty crazy morning. After I dropped off, excuse me. After I dropped off Holden from daycare to daycare, I went to go take pictures for my 30 week bump, and then I did some TikToks outside, and then I went to the mall to meet up with David to have some lunch because that's what he wanted, and I went to go get gas after that, and then I just went to my OB office to pick up my FMLA papers that I need to give to my work. So it's been a little bit busy. Now I'm heading home, and I'll talk to you guys when I'm home. All right, guys. So I am back home. All right. So my 30 week update. Oh boy. So I have been experiencing Braxton Hicks on and off, and a new one that I've been experiencing is back pains now. Whenever I'm at work or I'm doing something active like around the house, not dancing particularly, but I've noticed it, like my back pains will start when I'm lifting Hayden, the wheelchair, or when I'm working at my job too much, or doing things that I'm bending over and all that stuff. That's when it starts hurting the most. And when I sit down, it feels better, but like I still feel that throb in my lower back for a while. And it'll go away once I'm like laying down and adjusting and getting comfortable. But until then, it just keeps on throbbing my back. So that's the new symptom that I've been having besides the Braxton Hicks right now. I've been trying to drink lots of water, but when I drink lots of water, I mean, the back pain will come and go. It doesn't like last all day, obviously, but it'll come and go. But when I'm at work, it'll last pretty much my whole shift, depending when my shift is. If it's like a full day, like from 9 to 4, then majority of the time, it will hurt all day. My food cravings, I know I've been noticing that I've been eating a lot of pretzels, like flavored pretzels, or not the regular pretzels, but just like has chocolate covered pretzels, or I know at Publix where I work at, they have like this pumpkin spice covered pretzels, which is really, really good. I don't really get that hungry that often. Now it's starting to get harder and harder to do stuff with my big belly around. Like I'm out of breath a lot. Me yelling at my kids and disciplining them, it's like it takes like a big toll on me, because I'm constantly like, once I yell at them, I'm like, I can't like hardly breathe. Like my stomach, my belly gets like very tightened, and it's like very, very uncomfortable when I yell at them. So I think that's why a lot of times they take advantage of me, but it's like I try my best to discipline them as much as I can without hurting myself. He is definitely moving a lot more now. like last night, my belly was moving so much, like you can actually see him move. He was so active last night. He's pretty much active every day. I mean, there's some parts of the day where I don't feel him because he's sleeping, but majority of the day he is like constantly moving. And I love it. I love the feeling when he moves and kicks me and all that stuff. But I don't like the feeling is like the Braxton Hicks and the contractions and like him going all up in my ribs. Now that is very uncomfortable. I think that's it for my 30-week update. I can't believe I only have 6 to 7 more weeks to go. Isn't that crazy, guys? Like, I honestly don't know when my scheduled C-section is. My next OB appointment is like my 32-week mark, around that time frame. So they said my next visits will be scheduling my C-section. So we will have to see if it, you know, if it's my 36 week, I'll be having him in my 36 week mark, or my 37, hopefully 37. I know that when I hit 36, I will be getting this shot. It's like a steroid shot. I think it's a steroid. I'm not sure, but it's some kind of shot that helps the lungs develop faster. So when he does come out, he won't have like a long time in the NICU. Because I had it with Holden before he was born. I had it with Holden, and he only had like one stay in the he had one stay in the NICU, and then the rest was like the nursery. But Weston, since he was born at 36 and I didn't get the shots, he stayed in the NICU for a week. And when he came out, obviously if you haven't seen my YouTube video of the birth vlog of him, you should go check it out. But he was in the NICU for a week due to his airways not opening up, and he wasn't able to breathe on his own. So he was like on a ventilator for a day, and then he went on to nose cannula. And once they opened up his airway and his lungs, he was able to breathe. He was starting to breathe on his own. And then they were just working on feedings for him as well. So we're trying to avoid the NICU stay at this pregnancy when he comes out. So they decided to, at 36 weeks, to get that steroid shot to boost up his lungs. So when he does come out, let's say after that boost of shots, and if he does come after that, then his lungs will be pretty much prepared to come out anytime. Which that shot does hurt. I think I'm gonna be vlogging that. I'm not sure I can vlog like the whole shot thing, because you know, some hospitals and some medical groups won't allow you to film. But I know I'm gonna be vlogging that particular thing when it gets closer to my 36, when it gets closer to that time frame. So so yeah, I just can't believe I have 6 to 7 more weeks. It's so bizarre to me. Like, if you know, it feels like I was just finding out that I'm pregnant, and here I am like 30 weeks. It's so crazy to me, and I just want this to last, because to be honest, this might be my last pregnancy. So I'm just going to say it's probably going to be my last, so I need to enjoy it as much as possible. I gotta cherish it all, and you know, it's sad to say it, but like, I'm a little bit sad about it. And also, when we went to go see our niece last weekend, she needed more clothes, so I went into Leona's bucket. And it was just making me so sad because of the fact that I saved all of her clothes for our next baby girl. And look what happened. I end up having 3 boys back to back. So I'm like so sad that it's like coming to an end where it's like, I'm probably not gonna have another girl. and it brought so many tears to me, and it breaks my heart because I saved those clothes for the next girl and knowing that hopefully I'll have another girl, but then look at me now. This is my third boy in a row, you know, so it just breaks my heart. So now that I am 30 weeks, you guys are waiting and dying to know what is baby boy's name. Are you guys excited to hear the baby boy's name? It's very unique. It is not common at all. Hopefully somebody does not use this name. Like, hopefully not. But what are the chances are they're not gonna use the name, because people always steal names all the freaking time. When it's something new, they're like, oh, I wanna name my child that since it, you know, whatever. But that's why I waited this long, because I didn't want to announce it early. You know, people steal names, and you know, after I named Holden his name and announced it, now other people are naming their sons Holden and all that stuff. It's like, you know. So, drum roll, please. Baby boy's name is Winston Carter White. Yay! So I came up with Winston, what is it, before I was even pregnant. Basically in January of this year, when this whole Super Bowl was happening with the Bucks and the other team, the Tampa Bay Bucks with the other team. I forgot the other team. But the kids had their jerseys on because my dad's a big fan of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So he bought them jerseys, and I saved the jerseys. And technically he bought it for Hayden when he was born, but I saved them so that all the other kids can wear them too. But the jersey, it's a number 5 jersey, and on the back of the jersey it says Winston, which is the last name, which is the player's last name. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that is like the most perfect name. You know, I never heard of that name. It's not common at all, and it's very unique. I really like it. Not even thinking it was another W name, whatever, but just the name Winston, it's just, I'm like, I like that name. If I have the next boy, you know, I already had a girl name picked out already, but if it was a boy, I would name him Winston. And I had to get David on board with it, and at first he was cool with it, and then he started thinking about it, and then he was like, I don't know, let me get other people's opinions about it. And then it was starting to settle in with him on it. And then once we finally agreed to it, we were thinking a middle name. And when I was at work, I was like standing in front of the register, and I was just like thinking about the middle names, like what could go with the name Winston. And the name just literally popped in my head, Carter. I don't know why. I never dated a guy named Carter, just saying. But the word Carter just like fits in perfectly with him. I think God was telling me that name fits perfect. This is what he wanted me to name him as a middle name. So there we go. It just, out of the blue, it just Carter, the name Carter. So this is his name. So that's why I'm naming him Winston. And some people are like, well, isn't that too close to Weston? Yes, it is. And I didn't even think about it at the time. Yes, we have two H's, Hayden and Holden. And now we have Weston and Winston. Like, both names of the H's and the W's sounds kind of similar. And yes, I do get mixed up with the names. Don't get me wrong. I even call Leanna Holden sometimes, okay? And she's a girl. So it's just whoever your name is, I'm talking to you. So, but yes, I think it's like the cutest name ever. you know, since Hayden and Holden, you know, were, well, I shouldn't say like close, but like, you know, the 2 H's and then the 2 W's. I think it's just, you know, going with it. Because a lot of people in the beginning there, when I named Holden his name, they're like, oh, so you're gonna stick with the H's? I'm like, no. And then we came up with Weston and then Winston, like 2 H's, 2 W's, that's perfect. And then for Leanna, yeah. But for the girl's name that we had in mind, I'm not gonna say it, but it's not an L. For some reason, it's not gonna be an L. If we do have our next girl, it's not an L name, so yes. So anyways, I'm thinking about doing another video like later on in my pregnancy, doing like a hospital bag, getting prepared for Winston coming. So if you guys want me to, if you guys are interested on seeing me doing the hospital bag and preparing for him and getting all the clothes and all that stuff, comment down below if you guys are interested on seeing that. If not, then I won't film that. But if you guys are interested, I would definitely vlog it and give you guys what's inside the diaper bag, what am I gonna put in it, and just prepare the closets for when he comes and putting the bassinet up and all that stuff. So I'm gonna close this video out. I hope you guys enjoyed the video and I hope you guys like the name. So I finally announced it, yay! So don't forget to like and subscribe and comment down below if you have any questions, or if you're interested on seeing me doing the diaper bag stuff and getting him prepared, let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.